Joining us now, Ukrainian ambassador to the United States, Oksana Markarova. Ambassador, I'd like to start with the city of Mariupol. We were just talking to the deputy mayor. They're trapped, they can't leave, and they're dying. What are the options? Are there any on the table that you're hearing?
Thank you very much. I wish I could say good morning, but unfortunately for 16 days, this is the phrase I rarely use. And we woke up today again to news that during this day in Ukraine, Mariupol continues to be encircled completely, shelled at all the time, and for 3 days now, Russia denying any type of humanitarian corridors, which has been a priority now for President Zelensky and all the team back home to essentially deliver the food, medical supplies, and some water, so we can stop. You know, this I wouldn't even call it humanitarian tragedy, war crime that is being done against Mariupol, but essentially against any Ukrainian city that is under attack right now.
And what are you hearing? I want to get back to Mariupol, but what are you hearing about Ukrainians' ability to fight back and getting support from the West, from NATO? Are supplies getting to where they're needed?
Look, our resolve is there. We will not surrender, regardless of all the brutality that we witness in every village and city, regardless of Russians killing, trying to shell us from the sky, regardless of these horrible scenes of shooting hospitals, civilians, breaking our homes, looting our homes. I mean, this is surreal, actually, that they would even call it whatever they call it, because you know, the false pretense at the beginning was somehow to you know, to fight, to defend the Russian-speaking population. And look what they're doing to the east of Ukraine, to Donbass, to Kharkiv, to Chernihiv, to Mariupol. This is just you know, war crimes that a neighboring country just simply attacked us and fighting not only with the armed forces, actually not trying to fight with the armed forces, but targeting specifically women, men, children, destroying our homes, destroying our... So we will fight. The resolve is there, and actually the more atrocities they do, the harder everyone is committed actually to defend our homes. We don't have any other home. And we just need all the support that we can get. We're getting the defensive support. We need more. We need especially the effective anti-air. And but of course we're getting it. We just need to speed everything up.
That's what I mean. Mechanically, the defensive support getting into the hands of Ukrainians who can use it. Is it slow? What are the problems? What are ways that could make it move forward more effectively?
Well, our partners and Ukraine are doing everything to make it more effective. We have to be very clear here. There is only one aggressor here. It's Russia. It's Russia that has attacked. It's Russia that is shelling all the cities. And I want to draw attention that today they also shot at Ivano-Frankivsk on the western Ukraine. They also shot in Lutsk on the northwest of Ukraine. And it's them who are denying the basic rights, the humanitarian corridors, and everything else. So we are working together with partners to make it more effectively. But I think the focus now should be how to stop Putin, how to stop him from doing what he's doing to Ukraine.
Ambassador Markova, thank you for being with us this morning. President Zelensky, as you know, just a few minutes ago said he believes the war has reached what he called strategic turning point for Ukraine, that the war will be won. What inspired him to say that? What are you seeing on the ground? What are you hearing from military commanders that lead you to that opinion?
Well, first of all, our president is in Kyiv and he's leading the country through this. And if you go back to the beginning of the war, even before that, many people said the Kyiv would fall in 24 hours, that Ukrainians will not fight. I mean, not even talking about the Russian fantasies that somehow they will be met with flowers. It's 16 days, and we're in this David against Goliath fight, being a much smaller country, but we are the country that is defending our territory. We're peaceful. We never attacked anyone. We just lived and, you know, planned our peaceful developments, how we can make a better life for our citizens. We were brutally attacked. We're defending our homes. And regardless of what they're doing to us, the resolve is there. And everyone is committed to defending our country. So I believe morally we have won already. But now we, together with all the civilized world, have to do everything possible to preserve every life. That's why we need all of us do more to stop this.
Vladimir Putin has managed to rally the world, as you say, in support of Ukraine and against him. He's brought Europe together with the United States like we haven't seen perhaps since World War II. He has crippled his own economy. The ruble has collapsed. Inflation is through the roof. So in your assessment of Vladimir Putin, knowing what you know about him, what do you believe may stop him, if none of that will?
Well, I'm not a specialist to assess an individual person, but the picture is very clear here. You know, in the 21st century, independent sovereign country was attacked by its neighbor who is waging full-fledged war. It's a litmus test for all the international security infrastructure. Are we together able to do everything it takes to stop it and prevent it from happening in any other places? This is what we all have to focus now. And the peace can only be reached through strength. Ukrainians have that strength. We need everyone to be with us and everyone to show that strength.
Madam Ambassador, thanks for joining us this morning. As just discussed, there has been remarkable strengthening of alliances in Europe and the U.S. moving in lockstep. But one difference, though, is about the use of Russia's oil and gas. The United States has banned imports as of a few days ago, as President Zelensky asked. But Europe has been not willing to take that step, and they provide a lot of Russia's economy. What is your message to those leaders in those European capitals who, have been reluctant to take that step so far for fear of rising energy prices, for fear of cold winters in their people's homes? But compare that to what your people are going through.
Well, again, it's a fight for Ukraine's existence, for us, for our homes, but it's also a fight for democracy and fight for freedom. So if other countries are not willing to fight this fight together with us, they can actually implement all the sanctions to push Russia to stop, to make sure that this is not a normal behavior. Now, as the former Minister of Finance, I understand how difficult it is. But as you rightfully said, it's the 1939 moment. It's about right and wrong now. It's not about the financial losses. We are losing lives. And there will be more life lost, not only in Ukraine, but everywhere in Europe, if we do not stop Putin. So it's time to step up and implement all the sanctions possible in order to stop Putin.
Ambassador Oksana Markarova, thank you very much for being on with us.
Hey, thanks so much for watching our YouTube channel. You can follow up on today's top stories and breaking news, or catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.